teachers involving Robbie, what he's like in their class?
He fails testing scores, and his work is incomplete that he sends in.
And she talks really fast. He's bored. I think he would do well to have more PowerPoint presentations, more hands-on stuff, maybe some more field trips just to make.
We're here for case number 4623, Diane Grant versus Melissa Warren. Ladies, can you come to the podium? Ms. Grant, good morning. Ms. Warren, good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Ms. Grant, ma'am, it shows that you're seeking punitive damages against Ms. Warren for the amount of $45,000. Does that sound correct?
That's correct.
Something about educational negligence and emotional distress.
That's right.
Okay, what's going on here?
Okay, my son Robbie is failing in her history class, and I feel like he's being neglected. He doesn't want to come to school. His grades have been plummeting ever since he has been in her class. And
So hello guys, welcome to a new video of courtroom. Today's courtroom case is about a mother who shows her son a history teacher for $45,000, claiming that the teachers for teaching caused her son emotional distress and failing grades. Mother Diane Grant tells the reporter that her 16-year-old son Robbie used to be a straight student, a talented baseball player over a year. Ever since he entered Miss Warren's history class, his grades have dropped. He hates going to school.
He's always loved school, and it kind of falls short of bullying, but she ignores him. She's not supporting him. She seems to help all the other kids or offer some other educational assistance, but nothing for my son.
Okay. So how old is Robbie?
He's 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
And you said that Robbie doesn't want to go to school?
No, I mean, he's always been a straight A student all throughout his school career. He's a star baseball player. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on, but he doesn't like his history class. He doesn't like
Okay.
his teacher.
How many classes does Robbie have in a day?
Generally about 5 classes.
Okay, so he has 5 classes and he doesn't want to go to school because of one of them?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you discussed this issue with the principal?
I have, ad nauseum. I've had parent-teacher conferences. I've met with the principal. I've talked with some of my fellow parents. I just don't think she's a very good
What do you
teacher.
mean you've met with some of your fellow parents? What does that mean?
Well, to see what their ideas are and if they've had problems with Miss Warren.
And have they?
Kind of, yeah. They just.
When you say kind of, what does that mean?
Well, I don't think she knows the material very well. My son is a very visual learner, and she talks really fast. He's bored. I think he would do well to have more PowerPoint presentations, more hands-on stuff, maybe some more field trips just to make whatever they're learning more real and relevant. And he's just plain old bored.
Okay. Hold that thought. Ms. Warren, ma'am, you are a teacher. What school are we talking about?
We're talking about Mango Park High School.
And he constantly complains that the class is boring. According to the mother, the teacher talks too fast and does not make lessons engaging enough and should use more powerful point presentations and hands-on activities and relatives to keep students interested. But when the teacher gets a chance to speak, the story takes a completely different turn. And when explains the Robbie.
Mango Park High.
Yes, been there
I
teacher
have
for
2
10
children
years.
that graduated from Mango Park High. Yeah.
That's good.
Mango Park High. Is it the Peacocks? I can't remember what they were. But you're a history teacher.
Yes, correct.
And Robbie is in your class.
Correct, yes.
Okay, so what's the story going on with Robbie?
Robbie's academic record is not as stellar as his mother thinks. I mean, he misses assignment logs, he fails testing scores, and his work is incomplete that he sends in. So I don't think it's a teaching issue. I think it's a participation issue.
Okay.
For the most part.
Robbie's 16. See if I can remember correctly. So Robbie is what, a junior?
Yes.
He's a junior. So he's in 11th grade. Has he taken the statewide testing yet? Do you know?
No, he has not taken that yet.
Okay.
And I'm honest, to be very honest, I'm not even sure if he will pass it the way it is.
As a teacher, I'm assuming that have you conversed with other teachers involving Robbie, what he's like in their class?
Yes, of course I have. And we all agree to the same, on the same points about Robbie. He has behavioral issues because he disrupts the school and the students, the class, and therefore the students are not focused on their work. And he just does not follow instructions. And I'm not the only one.
What do you mean he
saying
doesn't
that.
follow instructions? Give me an example.
Any work that you give him and you ask him to please try at least to work on it, I totally understand if you're not capable of doing it, but he does not care. He gets up and leaves the classroom. He does not follow any instructions, therefore. That's what I mean with that.
Have you spoken to the principal about his behavior?
I've spoken to the principal. I have sent various emails to the parents. I wanted to set up meetings with the parents, and I sent them also the progress records. But I don't get anything back also from the parent.
Hold on for a second. Ma'am, you said that you've had parent-teacher conferences. Did I? Because I wrote that in my notes. Yeah, you said that you've had parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah.
Were these conferences with Ms. Warren? Or were other teachers?
We haven't had one with Ms. Warren yet, but we're making the rounds with some of the other teachers. But I had one March 15th with the principal.
Okay,
to discuss
so you haven't had an actual discussion with Ms. Warren?
Not yet, but we've sent emails back and forth. And for the record, my son is not disruptive. He's a popular child, but I've never heard that he's been kicked out of class.
Let me ask you a question, because I don't think she said he was kicked out of class. I believe she said that he walked out of class on his own accord. Did I get that correctly?
Maybe he had to use the bathroom. Does he have to ask
But then
permission?
he has to announce that there are rules he has to follow. And that is why I said he does not follow the rules. He does not follow instructions.
Ma'am, let me ask you another question. Have you ever sat in Mrs. Warren's class while she's teaching a session with your son being in attendance?
No, not yet.
So how do you know he's not disruptive?
I would like to think I trust my own son and what he tells me, what goes on.
So you
in
trust
class.
your son, but you don't trust Miss Warren.
I'd like to think I trust my son before I trust
You
the
don't
teacher.
trust you. So you trust your son, but you don't trust Miss Warren. That's where we're at, right?
I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know her well.
What has occurred that would allow you to say, I don't trust Miss Warren as a teacher?
I just don't think she communicates very well. And my husband and my son keeps saying that she talks really, really fast in class. And
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes,
I'm very
ma'am.
sorry to interrupt this right now. I think that is a very interesting comment, and you repeated it already twice, that I speak very fast. First of all, English is not my first language, so I am very surprised that I speak very fast. I've never heard that. I speak in a normal way, I would say, but I have never been accused of speaking too fast. So that's something that I'm just curious about, since you mentioned it twice already.
okay.
And you said something that caught my attention. You said that maybe she should adjust her teaching with PowerPoints or something of that nature.
Yeah, exactly.
How many students are in your history class, the one that Robbie attends? How many students do you have?
19.
19. So she needs to adjust her teaching style to accommodate your one child?
You know, if it were, I'm not telling her to accommodate my one child, Robbie, because I'm sure out of 19 students, there's got to be other kids that are in very similar situations where, you know, they're more visual learners. And if I could, if there was another teacher, I would transfer him into another class. But apparently Mango Park only has Ms. Warren, you know, the U.S. history teacher. So I'm kind of,
Okay.
you know,
Hold that thought. Let me ask you this question. Students that may be having an issue with the curriculum of the class, is there like a program in place where they can maybe like, okay, I'm not understanding this. Can I come to you
Yes.
later? Or how is that?
Of course, I offer extra help to those students who need the extra help.
Okay.
And I'm very flexible and lenient on assignment due dates. And I do one-on-ones when they need it. But Robbie did not show up.
So
can't do more
after,
than
is
that.
this is after school type situation?
Correct. During class, when they're doing their assignments in peace, quietly, I go around and I check on them and I help where I can help. But those one-on-ones, they're after school. But
I'm just curious. Do you get paid for that?
No.
Yeah, of course
No.
not. Of course
That is-
not.
Academic struggles are not caused by her teaching. She says that he regularly comes in incomplete assignment, performs poorly on tests, ignores instructions, disrupts class, and even walks out of the classroom without permission. She also reveals that she was repeatedly emailed Robbie's parents, sent progress reports, and attempted to schedule meetings, but received little to not a response. As the hearing continues, Judge Porter starts asking deeper questions. One of the biggest surprise comes when the judge discovers that desperate blame